Alrighty, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. There you have it, your Roll Stars for support from the 2020 season, and some very well-deserved names listed
VJ
there.
gone, he made it in. He got it.
Yes.
I mean, we have to talk about the fact that he deserved it so much, and he got it. FD got as well. I think super underrated by a lot of people. I'm glad to see him get recognized. Incredibly strong main support player all season long. I mean, if he wasn't on it, it would have been like just unfair. So I'm glad to see him get representation here. Really, really solid list.
Yeah. It's just really nice to see finally the recognition coming through, and these guys getting announced as the Roll Stars so they can celebrate that achievement, and then look for a little bit more achievement. For at least Lee gone. Maybe he can walk away with a Roll Star as well as perhaps Rookie of the Year, perhaps a Grand Finals victory. Who knows?
Yeah, it doesn't end
the
here.
Sky's the limit right now for him. It does not. It certainly does not. And it doesn't end for us either, Wolf. We continue on through this All-Stars night. Coming up next is going to be What is Meta? Or Who is Meta? Rather, it's a little bit different.
And we'll find out if Fleta is meta. It's Hero Gauntlet, so it's free for all.
Yep.
And I was told everyone's starting with McCree, and then you have to get a kill with all the heroes that are involved. And if you are able to get a kill with every single hero, then you win. The first person to do that wins. So it's just a start to finish. There's no like, okay, top 4, do this and that. It's like, nope, just one matchup where you just rush to get all those kills. So very intense. It's going to be crazy. There's going to be a lot of variety. Like, this is going to be our most variety so far up until this point show match because of all the different heroes that we will see throughout this. It's not going to be just all Anas, all Genjis, all Winston. So I'm excited for it.
Yeah, going to be a lot of variance. We also have a lot of variance and representation here as far as our players that are participating. We have Leave, Sparkle, Ans, Haksal, Glister, Fleta, Birdring, and Rascal. So these are all players who either did get a deadlift in one of their series during the 2020 season or came very, very close to being able to get a deadlift. And I think that only one
I think only Birdring didn't have a technical deadlift.
I think it was Rascal.
Sorry, Rascal.
I think it was actually Rascal.
Sorry.
Yeah, Rascal is the one who wasn't able to get that done. His former teammate in Birdring did, however.
So, just to explain to everybody what a Fleta deadlift means, is actually getting 50% or more of your team's eliminations in a single map. So, it's extremely rare. The term was coined because Fleta did so incredibly well when he was on Flash Lux and he was on a team that was, I mean, you could look up the stats, extremely low performing. They only won a few maps
just very bad.
Over all 4 seasons. Only won a few maps, stray maps. I think it was 3 maps they won total. Don't quote me on that, but I was looking at these stats recently. But he was still performing incredibly well. Ended up getting picked up by Lunatic Kai very briefly before he ended up going, obviously, into Seoul. Now he's on Shanghai Dragons. So I think the Fleta deadlift and Fleta in general, so obviously our MVP this season, is the truest story of no matter where you are and no matter where you start your career, no matter where you are as a player, if you work hard enough, if you play well enough, it doesn't matter about your teammates, you can actually go anywhere, you can accomplish anything. I think Fleta should be an inspiration to those people who think, I can't get out of gold because my teammates are so bad. There's just nothing I can do. Yeah. Fleta, worst team in Apex, currently 2020 MVP, might win a title this year. He has a name, he has a whole accomplishment named after him, Fleta deadlift. And all these players except Rascal, who got close, have accomplished that this season. And that's why they're playing in this map, or in this match. And the reason why it's Hero Gauntlet is because Fleta is famous for playing anything, playing every single hero. So this is kind of to honor him, and he might take it. I mean, he might win this too. You never know.
Well, let's see what happens. You have Leave's stats here versus the Hangzhou Spark, where he was able to pull off his own deadlift. So a very strong performance with 21 final blows as Tracer in that series. So it was a very, very nice victory for him. And we'll go ahead and take a look at Birdring's as well. He's a 24 final blows, 2 deaths versus the Toronto Defiant on Nepal. So really strong stuff. I do have some game feed coming up, so I'm thinking that maybe Okay, so yeah, actually, they just go ahead. They went ahead and they said, you know what? We want to get straight to this. We're going to jump straight into the action.
Here we go.
And see where we are at. Birdring is going to have a nice little early lead, 4-2. And just remind, you know, if you guys have ever played a gun game, there's a different, you know, modes like that in various other titles. Then that's basically what this is. We'll be advancing through. Everybody's on the same path, I believe, as far as what champion comes, or which hero comes in the next sequence. See, Birdring now going to be tied up with Haksal as they're both on the Hanzo.
Yeah, and you can see, you know, the heroes everyone's playing on the left side. It's actually pretty close at the moment. See that
Birdring, however,
Zen comes up
taking
next.
the lead again. Yeah, got that Zen shot, gets the remote mine in onto Fleta, taking him down. Now moves over onto the main, quick pop out of the ice blocks. He's trying to get these right-click shots, and does manage to find Sparkle, and Birdring is starting to run away with it. Haksal still going to be in second, but only at 6 kills, so a very considerable lead here for Birdring as he moves over onto the Tracer, but oversteps just a little bit. On's managing to strike him down. As he'll try to catch up. You can see multiple people now going to be moving past the Hanzo phase, as we will have Ons. That kill on the Zenyatta looks for a little bit more with Junkrat, can't quite get it. Glister will strike him down. Glister barely staying alive as he goes into the ice block. The wall coming up. Fleta pops up over the top as he tries to catch up and win this challenge that's pretty much named after him, but he's still going to be falling a little bit further behind. But Birdring has not been able to get past Tracer yet.
Yeah, I mean, Tracer is hard because, okay, he does get ahead there finally with a pulse bomb kill. Tracer's hard, though, because you have a low health pool, and if you die, you end up just lagging behind super hard, you know, and it's hard to kill some of these heroes that are tankier, you know, like Mei, for example. So, can be tricky.
Yeah. A little bit too far away there from Leaf with a barrage, so cannot get that kill. Birdring still going to be stuck on the Ana, as we see that ice block come through. And Rascal will fall in the end. Leaf jumping forward finally moves past the Hanzo phase now with a Sonic Arrow kill as Fleta looks to catch up just a little bit. He's going to be on Junkrat for the moment, found to leave. Now we'll be continuing to push forward as Ons is bio-nated, dancing around trying to avoid getting killed, but Fleta comes in from behind, does manage to find that in the end. Swaps over to Tracer, instantly gets the kill.
Some catch-ups coming through here.
Up.
I mean, Birdring's still stuck on
recall out.
And, I mean, Ana's hard. You have this really slow fire rate. It's hard to get the last tick of killing someone because the damage comes through so slowly. It's actually really tough. There we go. Now's the Bastion.
And this either I feel like with Bastion, you either get a kill right away like that, or you just end up like having to struggle to try to find a kill. Instead, he does manage to pick that one up, jumps forward, yeah, just keeping himself topped up, but does get taken down in the end. A nice Bionade lobbed in there from Glister, comes up with the kill. And Glister is hot on the heels now, just moved past that Bastion phase himself. Fleta currently in 7th now, you know, looking to push forward. Birdring still in the lead. Let's see how he fares with a Widowmaker.
Well, I mean, we know how good he is at this hero.
Looking for a shot. And we do. He's trying to line it up. Has not been able to get that shot yet, but finally does get the hit. Yep,
that's exactly what he wants to kill, too, because Glister's right on his tail. That's actually going to buy him a lot of time.
Trying to get that hack onto the Bastion, just can't quite get it done. And will get sniped in the end, so Glister evening it up, keeping himself neck and neck alongside Birdring as he moves over onto Sombra. It's a question now of who can get the kill first. He jumps out to safety, throws down that translocator, as Birdring is over now onto the Doomfist, but does get taken out by Sparkle. So a lot of players playing very close at the top of the standings here. Glister just barely missing out, can't get the kill onto Rascal, who then does swap over onto the Moira, instantly taking down Sparkle. Onto the Widowmaker, Birdring gets rid of one, now moves forward. Reaper coming through from him, Haksal just one behind. Continues to just be so dangerously close at the top. This just shifts over onto the Doomfist. He cannot get through that Moira healing. Leaf will just be able to finish him off with the Coalescence. Looking for a little bit more. Birdring now on the Roadhog, looking for the hook. Gets the pull in onto Sparkle mid-grapple, taking him down. Now swapping over onto the Reinhardt. He is, but this is where things can get a little bit rough. Unless he can get up on top of somebody. You can see here the hack coming through. EMP even going to be used, and he does fall. Getting a pin onto somebody as a Reinhardt. Good way to try to guarantee effectively getting that kill and advancing forward, but otherwise it can be really difficult because you're kind of just going to be fishing for pins and fishing for fire strikes.
Yeah, you got to try to look for a pin or a fire strike kill steal. Okay, Glister actually steals the lead. Now he's on Lucio. Oh, no way. Look at how quick he gets the Lucio kill.
Oh, but Haksal finding 2. Drops down with that Meteor Strike. I think it still only advances in 1. So it does move over onto the Reaper where he very quickly finds a kill. Now I believe is going to be on the Roadhog after that. Sparkle trying to get that rocket punch off, is unable to do so. Leave will be able to strike him down. Then shifts over to the Doomfist, taking out Rascal. Haksal does find a kill onto Birdring, who's now going to be hard stuck on Ryan, it would seem, as Glister desperately tries to find something with the Mercy, but that's not what he was looking for. Gets hooked from the side. Shatter coming down. Birdring cannot get the kill, and he's just going to be stuck here for time and time again.
Glister might get to
pushes
Valkyrie.
past him now, gets the pin onto Sparkle, and I don't know if Birdring is going to be able to move off the Reinhardt. He's just not having a good time of it. Glister trying to kite his way back, almost has the Valkyrie up, but he's just not going to get the opportunity to use it. Does get finished off as Ons presses forward, looking for a kill now on the Lucio. Duking it out, you can see there's so many Lucios just running around the walls, each trying to kill the other, as Glister's just going to be eating the damage from this Moira. Coalescence comes out, pops the Valkyrie, goes into the air, looks for that passive regen healing to come through. Gets a little bit of damage in onto a Reaper as Haksal will take down Rascal. You can see the kill comes in. Haksal instantly moving past the Mercy phase, now is going to be here in first. 21 kills. Now over onto the Torbjorn, which he is extremely well versed on. How quickly can he get this hammer kill, though? Because that's all he's got. If he can get a hammer kill, that is the end of the game.
Yep. He's getting cornered here, actually, by Glister. Huge opportunity.
Oh, armor's up. He's retreating. He's trying to get the Mega Pack. He manages to get it. Now it pushes back over. He tries to get the kill, but he cannot do so. Fleta manages to come in clutch. Takes him down. Leave gets a kill onto Glister. Now is also going to be on this Torbjorn. Sees the Reinhardt, goes away, gets a couple swings in, but Fleta strikes him down as Fleta desperately tries to catch up. Rascal as well, advances forward.
Ooh, this could be
we have 3 now on the Torbjorn. Fleta comes in, gets rid of him, and that's going to be the final blow coming through. Rascal is able to get the hammer kill to take it all away.
No deadlift this season, but he wins the deadlift game. Okay, that's his deadlift. Now they've all deadlifted.
Oh, dear. And took it away, you know, such a strong lead from Birdring, and then the Reinhardt, he actually got so locked up on that he was unable to advance past that, and that was really the momentum shift where everybody else was able to catch up.
Yeah, and Glister also getting stuck on Mercy for a really long time there as well, not able to advance. I'm glad to see Rascal take it, though, because I feel like if there's almost like a sister player to Fleta in terms of hero pool and like wide variety of heroes he could play at an extremely high level, Rascal is really up there. I mean, he's played so many heroes across so many different metas. He was one of the reasons why Shock could flex off of GOATs sometimes last season, and why they did so well even in a post-GOATs 2-2-2 world. So, I mean, it's very fitting that Rascal is actually the one who ends up taking this across a variety of heroes. It's no shock to me that he, no pun intended there, but that he takes this away, because he's just so well versed in such a large amount of heroes, and I think every Rascal fan is probably really hyped to see him win this, because it feels so Rascal, you know, to be the one to actually steal this one away.
I mean, stealing away is pretty accurate, because there's a lot of kill stealing involved in a game like that. A lot of luck as well, depending on the timing of when you change into a different hero. But Rascal does persevere, so congratulations to him, able to walk away victorious on the day. But man, I mean, the action just keeps on coming. I like these game modes because they're very chaotic. They move very quickly. They're hard to follow from time to time, but they're also just super entertaining. Outside of maybe when these guys play on a stream and they're in between a queue and they queue into like an arcade mode or something like that, you don't really get to see these players who are at the top of the standings in their roles play these silly game modes.
Yeah, you really don't. I mean, it's a really fun way to see like all the potential that you can have, like with extremely high level players playing fun games like this, because it just ends up being like the best silliness that you could ask for. It's like the highest level fun, if that makes sense.
It does. I think we understand what you're getting at there, Wolf.
Yeah.
Or somebody will. I don't know. Somebody will break it down. If it's that confusing, they'll break it down and make their own Reddit thread about it and just explain what you're going for. But I think I get it. But it's okay. But that's our Who Is Meta out of the way. Coming up next, we're going to be having our Asia Talent Takedown. But before that, let's take a closer look at our All-Star skins that are going to be released pretty darn soon. You guys are going to want to get your hands on those.